Okay, so this is a double take on my review for Dead Rising. I forgot to turn the microphone on, and and I took a look at the footage. There was no audio in there, so sorry about the review being late. But that having been said, in the eve of Dead Rising Deluxe for Master's release, I thought it would be a good opportunity to be reviewing Dead Rising. I've had some experience with the game when I was in middle school. I remember playing a bit of Dead Rising and Dead Rising 2, but I never fully got into them at the time because I didn't know what I was doing. So some years later, I was just goofing around on eBay, and I found a PS4 copy of Dead Rising. So I bought it. I've played a bit of it, but never really got far. At least until I bought the Steam version on uh, on my Steam Deck, and ever since then I've been enjoying it. So here's where we get into the nitty gritty of Dead Rising's world. You play as the man who covers wars known as the photojournalist called Frank West. Due to a tip that he was given through unknown means, he flies into this location in Colorado known as Willamette, and he makes it to this giant-ass mall in there, and when he gets there, it's eerily quiet at first, and when he looks through the security footage of a woman getting eaten alive by zombies, which he doesn't know about at the time, he goes, "What in the world?" And when he heads inside, he meets a group of survivors trying to find supplies and trying to just keep their sanity intact while trying to blockade the entrance and so that the zombies don't get in. And when he heads inside, he sees this mysterious woman known as Isabella Keys, the sister to the douchebag brother we meet at first, known as Carlito Keys. He attempts to get her attention and try to interview her before being stopped by this partially bald guy, and he gets urged to find supplies. So he heads over there, and he runs into this mad doctor known as Dr. Barnaby, and after a bit of arguing, Frank turns around and he sees the old hag trying to get her dog Madonna, the poodle, and for some reason, because she was so strong, she was able to open the entrance, and she got everyone killed. Thank you, hag. But that having been said, we fight through the zombies, and we get the fuck out of Dodge, and we get to meet these two agents known as Brad Vickers. At least that's what I think his name is. I know his name is Brad, and we also meet his subordinate known as Jess McCartney, and we also meet this janitor known as Otis. So, that having been said, this is where we get into the gameplay. This game is balls to the wall. I mean, everywhere you go, you pick up an item, you either use it or you eat it, and you're just going all ham and fighting zombies. And this is where the this is where things get fun. You level up Frank throughout the game through the use of prestige points, also known as PP for short. Yeah, prestige points. And as you get further and further into the game with each case that gets solved, you get to fight these bosses known as psychopaths. They are the people who have lost it in this zombie apocalypse, and they each have their own backstory and their own fighting style. Like, at one point in the game, which is completely optional, you get to fight this guy who is taking control of the gun shop known as the Hunt Shack. You fight this guy known as Cletus Sampson. Yeah, he has, for some reason, he has this knockback effect with a shotgun, and it just it would often piss me off, and it would he would always just get the better of you. I would not recommend find him. I would just say get the guns first early in the game, level up a bit, and if you can, if you run into these group of inmates riding a Humvee with a turret on there, a machine gun, kill them first, get the machine gun, and then use it on Samson. That's as far as I can help you with that. But anyway, there are more psychopaths in the game. There's this clown known as Adam McIntyre, this Vietnam vet known as Cliff Hudson, this corrupt fat obese cop known as Joe Slade, this Madden shop manager slash owner known as Steve Chapman, and you also meet this Chinese butcher called Larry Chong, or is it Chang? I know he's Chinese, but all I know is that his first name is Larry. Anyway, along the way, you get to learn more and more about what's happened, and you get to learn about this place in South America known as Santa Cabeza. There's a whole lot to unpack, and it's a fun game worth getting into. I mean, it doesn't matter whether or not you want to play for the story or you just want to have some fun killing zombos. It's a fun game for everyone, and if you love Capcom games or you just love zombie games in general, I would recommend getting it. I also left out one psychopath. His name is Ken Swanson, and he can suck a bag of cocks. I mean, at some point after, say, getting the photograph, like you have to take in a rock shot. If you do that, I would recommend getting a shot of Jesse McCartney. He gets super jealous, and at some point, he has a hostage with him. If you're early enough, you can save the hostage and take out the parasite, effectively saving him. But if you're late, this hostage gets killed. He holds you at gunpoint, and he strips you naked and bounds you up. The latter was a pain in the ass for me. I died so many times that I almost felt like starting a new game, but I persisted and I won. Anyway, there's also the final mode known as the it's essentially the true ending. I forgot what it's called, but you fight against you fight against a tank, and you fight against the guy who commandeers it. That's all I'll tell you. No spoilers. But anyway, like I said, I recommend getting this game because it's so much fun, and the deluxe remaster is going to be coming out tomorrow, and I'm not sure when I'll have the review up, but once I beat it and go through several more hours of it, I'll tell you how I feel. All right. There's also this game mode called 7 Day Survivors, and I actually had a bit of a hard time going at it. It wasn't necessarily for me, but if I can, I'll try and go through it once more and see if I can actually get through it without dying. But